Accidentally clicked off. This looks good. Still a little misaligned. Yeah, and shit. Okay, that looks good. Look, it's Ryu. Look, it's Chun-Li. We know these characters. These are characters we know. These aren't two random fucking strangers from who knows what. Yes, crush medium kick, crush medium kick. I think that button doesn't cancel though. I don't remember if it cancels or not. Look at that Excel invincibility. Disgusting. Chun-Li could have just gotten a shit ton of damage if she believed. Chun-Li's one of my favorite characters in this game. Sweep goes under fireballs. And also is just a really good poke in general. She's got really good Street Fighter 2 style normals. Stuff like stand fierce, crouch forward, then crouch forward, crouch forward. Not a lot of combo ability. She's got like good link ability, but bad cancel ability. I forget her main confirming string. It's been too long. She can do like 3 crouch light kicks. That was a shitty punish. Nice Excel. Ah, he dropped it. Some of the Excel combos are really easy, but I don't know. Oh, you get a Juggle here. Probably gonna do a Kikosho or something. Nope. He could kill with a single bar. He was like, nah. I don't know if I want to watch this video. I've got another one that's an hour 12 minutes. But this one's 3 hours and 48 minutes, so we could just get a start on this one. But I don't want to watch 4 hours of EX2 right now. Look, the ROM on EMU Paradise. If the ROM's out there, that means the emulator is out there, and also that I can just download both. Since I'm an expert with Google myself. Alright, that all comboed, actually. So we got a 2-bar. You have another Juggle here. Jab, jab, stomp. I never see people get that. I'm pretty sure it's the combo. But I never see it work. That was a guard break. He's invincible. That makes his DP safe-ish. Chun-Li could have excelled to kill him, but chose not to because of the health. So hard kick, good anti-air, no air blocking in this game. You probably just have to copy it because it doesn't. It's not taking stuff after the full link with that hyperlink there. Copy and paste the link like that. Guard breaks giving both players a lot of meter is weird. Hanshu. You can link out of Hanshu. Hanshu is just has on shoe but different. Don't ask me the difference. That's I was gonna say that guarantees a punish, but he crossed up like right then. Anti-air DP. The super cancel was to actually juggle, but he missed it. That can get kind of weird. Ryu is like cool in this game. That's the hop kick. He could have super canceled to kill there. He ended up using a super cancel anyway. Any like string into Hadoken can be reaction cancelled into a super Hadoken. Ryu's super cancels are pretty good. They're not great. His Excel is also pretty good. Ryu's like a solid character in this game. He's not amazing, but he's solid. The Towards Fierce is really combo friendly in Excel because all of a sudden you can link into it, and then once you link into it, it's got a lot of plus frames, so you can easily link out of it. Or rather, canceling into the Towards Fierce gives you enough time to actually pick up the combo. What is the ender there? Oh, he had to do another super, which he definitely should have done actually, since he had the spare. He had the bar to spare. That was a level 3. He needed to land something like that. Oh, we got a Volcano Rosa. GG, it was fun while it lasted. We got to see some good gameplay. But now Rosso is here and he's stupid. Nice Excel. Excel can be used to reaction punish most things that are reactable, that is, since Excel has a lot of invincibility. And also is generally safe. And also can be done with a single. It's like a button press activate. It's like a... I forget how actually to activate it. It's like a kick and a punch of different strengths, I think. So like light punch plus medium kick activates Excel. If you do kick and punch at the same strength, you get a guard break. EX exclusive characters I like. I like Darren Mister a lot. Mista. I like Viroso, to be honest. But he's kind of, I've seen a lot of footage of him and he's kind of tired on me now. I like Pullum a lot. Skullomania is just fine. Shadowgeist is great. I like almost all of them. Alan's okay. Kyrie's kind of cool. Let me think. Crackerjack is pretty boring. Sharon's probably my favorite. Darn is extremely cool. He's the grappler. He is the pre-Hakan. D-Dark, I like D-Dark a lot. Probably Pullum, D-Dark, and Darn might be my 3 favorites. Those supers are extremely friendly in combos. So normally when you super cancel, you have to cancel one of the hits of your super early in order to cancel to another super. Like usually you can't cancel the last hit of your super. So one of those does all the damage at the beginning and the other one does all the damage at the end. So if you do a super cancel from that super into the other super, you get like the full damage of both supers, which is fucking powerful. Darn is just top tier because he abuses all the mechanics of the game the best. He's got like the best excel combos. He's got like the best super cancel strings. I don't think there's anything special about his guard break. He's got like the best excels. Did I just say that? He's got good links. He's got good movement. And then you've got that bullshit mix up. Blair? I don't even remember who that is. Roller skate lady is area. I don't like her. I like Nanase, the girl with the stick. She's one of my favorites. This game has a really cool aesthetic, actually. I like this music and I like this stage. Gal's actually one of my favorite characters in this game. Wasn't there something better to do than fucking Medium Kick Super? Gal's good in this environment. He's alright. Yeah, there you go. I actually don't remember Blair. I'm gonna try and get into the EX fighting EX lair beta. It's like the 11th of December. I was like, I'd like that to be me. Oh my god. Sweep a fireball, get guaranteed 50-50. Nice flash. You have permanent charge when you're in Excel, which helps characters like Al. Nice. Nice! Look at this. Flash kicks. You can go normal to normal and you can go normal to special, but I don't think you can go special to normal. Following a fireball in his classic. Every character has their classic-ass gameplay style. You have to be aware when you do that kind of anti-air that the opponent can excel, but it's a mix-up. Unless they have that meteor, in which case it's not a mix-up. But like anti-air excel, anti-air like jump in excel will be anti-air flash kick. Bait and punish it. Excels have invincibility and you can easily turn them into block strings. There, see, that's what I was talking about. You can't just flash kick every jump willy-nilly because eventually you're going to get lit up like that. Excels make good anti-airs too. Oh, he's going for the twofer. Oh, he dropped it. The twofers are really hard to do. This is a game where the amount of meter you spend pretty much directly... Oh, he's going for one. The amount of meter you spend pretty much directly affects how paid off you are. That's the mix-up. He gets a meaty projectile on you, and based on the timing of the teleport, it's either a cross-up or not a cross-up, and it's hard to see. That already looked pretty safe. That's Link. Low medium punch links a lot in this game. You get a lot of low medium punch combos. That one was low medium punch, low medium kick. Gal has a crouch strong, crouch short, I think. That's one of his main links. He's going for the twofer. He should be able to kill with this if he doesn't drop it. Yep. So the way Excels work is if you do the same thing repeatedly during an Excel, you get a massive damage cut. So you want all of your attacks to be approximately like new normals. But you've got infinite juggle potential and permanent charge. Blanca. That's cool, right? We like Blanca. A lot of Street Fighter 2 characters in this game. This is actually one of the earliest Street Fighter games, technically speaking. It was probably created to compete with Tekken 3, which was killing the market of fighting games at the time. And this game looks like it steals a lot of shit from Tekken 3, to be honest. It's only 2.5D though. There's a few things that are 3D. It's kind of jank. It's actually kind of busted the way 3D works. Every now and then the camera will change, and you can get characters who aren't... You can occasionally have the characters not directly face each other. So you can have like fireballs traveling towards the camera or away from the camera. Blair Dame. I guess I'll look at her, because I do want to know what she looks like. I've seen this bitch. That's probably a failed flash kick, that jump kick. Whiffing special moves builds meter. Getting reversals builds meter. Any kind of reversal. So if you block a fireball, if you do a special move immediately, you'll get some meter. Excel to punish the Rainbow Roll Super. I think block is kind of mediocre in this game. It's really tight to get those. You can easily do super into super to get multi-bar combos, and those are usually pretty good. Some characters can't easily get 3 supers. Like if you're Guile, your 2 supers, your 2 level 1 supers are Opening Gambit, which is the one where he rushes at you and does a bunch of attacks, and double flash. And you can't do double flash into Opening Gambit. You don't have enough time to get the charge for Opening Gambit during the startup, the cancelable hits of double flash. And you barely get the charge to go from Opening Gambit to double flash. So double flash into Opening Gambit into double flash is quite a thing for Guile as a 2-bar combo. But he can't do a 3rd super. You can't cancel a super into itself. You can't do like Opening Gambit, double flash. Chip. No, we had a chip kill. Aha. First attacks give you lots of meter, but Blanca has full bar. Needs to find a way to spend it, but it's hard. Blanca's got a dive punch. I think you can use it to go over projectiles to some degree. He's got like a Rainbow Roll super that can also be used to go to projectiles. It's like a hit grab. It like hits. Then he's got this shit. That's the dive punch. And then he's got ground shave roll. His fucking Street Fighter 2 super. Where he hops up and then rolls along the ground. He can do strings of 3, because he can do the ground shave roll into the dive punch. On the final hits, it like goes into the air. And then he can do, I think he can also do the Rainbow Roll into the dive punch. And he can do the dive punch into any of his other supers, so he can string his supers basically any way he wants to. Blanca is usually regarded as bottom tier in ST, although there have been a couple of successful Blanca players, most notably, what's his name, Komoda. Is that enough? Oh, there it goes. That doesn't do chip? Or did it just really not kill somehow? The ground shave roll was good. But then that was weird that he lived. On the dive punch. How is he alive? You can get chipped out by supers in this game. It's not even that hard. Sim is cool in this game. Sim's got the Yoga Fire. He's got the Yoga Flame. And he's got the fucking drills and the long normals. The normals aren't so long in this game. They're long enough. That was low strong, low short. That's the link. And then Sim has like a new special move where he like reaches out and grabs you, and then there's different follow-ups. I can't think of an analog immediately. Well, I can think of analogs, but they're not in like, you know. What's an analog from a game I played recently? I just saw something like, kind of like it. You got characters like Hazama, who's got like a reach out and grab you, and then they can do multiple stuff with their reach out and grab. Reach out and grab into follow-ups. What's it? Spencer. It's like Spencer. He can reach out and hit you with an attack, and then you've got different things you can do once you grab. I think. It's like an actual command grab, I think. And then you've got either, like, pull them over and knock them down for, like, flat damage, or, like, move over to them. I forget how it all works. So if you do a block super, you can cancel it to a guard break. And that can potentially save it, and actually make a difficult situation. Guard breaks are just slow attacks that are unblockable. But if you've got an excel, you can excel on a guard break to punish it. You can't cancel to an excel, you can only cancel to a guard break. Excels have to be done raw. Oh, he went for level 3. That's Gal's level 3. I said Gal struggled to put together a level 3, but he does have a level 3. Everyone does, I think. Like a raw level 3. They're usually not that strong. Nice time over. Masterful time over. Alright. Sim has some of the most busted Excel combos in the whole game. Technically speaking, a full bar Sim can touch of death you. And it's not even... Well, it is hard, but it's not impractical. Yoga Legend. This does a lot of damage, and you get a follow-up. There, he got the follow-up. That's 2 bars well spent, to be honest. You get a lot of meter in this game, and there's a lot of shit to spend it on, and all of it's pretty good. Guard breaks are probably the worst one, and they're still really abusable in the right contexts. A guard break can surprise someone for a bunch of free damage. Trying to build some meter. He's like, I'm winning, so yeah, it's the yoga mummy. What else? Excels are really good. They're probably the best use of meter, but you can't just do them willy-nilly. All excels have to be done raw. So like, you know, it's a gambit to even do one. I mean, I've long known that Sim's arms, I mean that his fire isn't real. I don't know, there's mixed information on whether Sim's fire is real. Because on one hand, Sim is constantly like, my fire is a gift from the gods, and fucking it only burns you because you believe it burns you or some bullshit like that. But then also, Seth can quote copy Sim's fire, even though it's a gift from the gods. There's the grab. They've been inconsistent on that detail. I'm pretty sure the spicy curry is just a retcon. He accidentally killed himself. He tried to avoid the, he tried to get out of the fight by yoga drilling upward. Nice. That was an excel into a super. That's easier to do than multi-excel. Remember, at the end of every excel you have full charges. It's not that you always have charge in excel, it's that you get charge in one frame. So the motion for flash kick is still like down up flash kick. Up flash kick won't work by itself. I don't remember if you need raw charge. I don't remember if you need charge for raw special moves. You might need to charge a Sonic Boom. But if you do a cancel into a Sonic Boom, you don't need charge. The Sim is pretty good. Sim is pretty entertaining to watch in this game. He's quite complex. Vega. i.e. Dictator. They both got meter because they both got the first attack. This stage is whack. All the stages in this game are weird, but this one's like chief weird. Unsafe. Good punish. This is an extremely good Street Fighter, low-key. So Bison has a Psycho Shot that he can charge. It's a super. And if you get any axe kick, not axe kick, what do you call them? Scissor kick. If you get any scissor kick, it gives you barely enough time to charge that Psycho Shot, and then it will combo from any scissor kick, which is really good. The custom combos in this game are probably the most well designed of any game I've ever seen the custom combos, to be 100% honest. Custom combos are always stupid. He can kill here fairly comfortably. He actually didn't need that bar to kill, but it was a lot safer to use it than to not use it. There's a glut of meter in this game. Take your wins. He could have died if he didn't close it out. 100% a good play in my opinion. A lot of the Street Fighter fundamentals are fully intact in this game. That's what's really beautiful about it. Very hard to block a ball right there. That's the super. Anyway, there's some context where you can charge the super, but I forget what they are. I think one of his, if you do one of his supers into the fireball, you can get like a full charged fireball. Like that super maybe into the fireball. Gives you a charged fireball. That meter is like always good to spend there, to be honest. I thought that'd be a punish, but he got a second pressure, which he might not have wanted. No air blocking in this game. Jumping is a little risky. Nice. He could have cancelled into another super to close it out, but it wasn't really necessarily a good play, looking at the health bars. So that was a pretty aggressive thing to do for the sim. To spend that bar. That's like, I can win this. And looking at the health man, I don't know. Nice. Like, if you're full on meter, you should spend some. Don't get me wrong. But like, you know, when you're down that much health, that was really aggressive. This is actually like one of the best old Street Fighter games. He's doing the baby version of the combo. Basically, you can get repeated low short blasts, or maybe low forward, I don't remember. That's loopable, but it's not an infinite. It's just the deeper you get your excel, the more you can do at the end, and you can do like 3. And no matter how many you do, you can always excel into another like low short into combo, or the forward into combo. Does a grab break. Bison gets a full jumping combo, I think, after his grab break. Some characters do, some characters don't. He didn't go for a jumping combo though. Maybe he was too close, or he just wanted it to be consistent. I don't know. Fuck. Bison combos out of throw. This is extremely unique. He's might be the only character who does that. Still got most of his damage. Not only can Bison combo sweep out of his throw, but he can combo and excel out of his throw, which technically means he gets the most damage off a throw of any character in the game. Bison alternates between being really, really buff and being really, really skinny. Depends on the game. Both of them are cool. The guy Bison is based on is really, really skinny, I think. He's based on it. He's a ripoff of a character from Tokyo the Last Megalopolis. This is Crackerjack. Balrog is not in this game, but Crackerjack is. Enjoy your white Balrog. He's neat, but he's the least original EX character. And he's not in here. Or he's in here in favor of a much cooler Street Fighter character. So, you know. Street Fighter 5 is a nice looking game. The animations are also very pretty. Something it doesn't get enough credit for. You can say a lot of bad things about Street Fighter 5, but it has nice graphics and good music. Crackerjack is in fact a charge character, I think. Wait, is he? No, I don't remember. Some of his moves require charge and others are half circle, I think. I think the dash punches are all charged, but like the bat and like the kick are half circle. This guy's dead ass white Balrog. I remember Yuryu. There's a charged super. and you get a combo. Pretty tight. The way that juggles work in this game is depending on what you juggled with, you have like a set amount of time to juggle. So you need to be really quick with your combos. The combos in this game are like perfect, to be honest. It feels really fair how much damage everything does and where you get combos versus where you don't. That was weird that he charged that. Maybe he got the super cancel too late and wanted to keep it safe. That just builds meter and sets up that. Bison used to do that a lot in old Street Fighter games, but now it's a lost art. He doesn't really do it that much anymore. I mean, I guess he doesn't even have Psycho Crusher anymore, but they've made that worse every single game. But Bison can meaty Psycho Crusher, and it 1 makes it safer, and 2 it can be on the front or the back, and it's hard to see which. Bison can do low strong, low forward. He's got an unusually long confirm. I'm 100% convinced that Gal's face is deliberate, and I actually love it. If that's what we're talking about. I've never liked Gal's face more. I'm going to be 100% honest, Gal has never been pretty. Let's put it like that. Gal's not a good looking man. Like, maybe Ken they fucked up. Ken is supposed to be a little bit handsome. They usually do that. Ken's pretty hot. But you know, Gal's masculine. He's not handsome, he's masculine, you know? And I think they nailed that. Masculine but not handsome. Darn. That's a parry. If you hit him while he's doing that, your attack bounces off and you're set up for a combo. Darn's combos are not super powerful. Well, some of them are. The ones that use a lot of meter. But his combos are usually pretty short. He's a grappler. That is his SPD. Ree's face is solid. Shun's face is actually hot. Urian's face was excellently done. Geef is good. Minot is good. I wish they went through with the Minot cat ears. When I found out that was for like most of development she had cat ears, I was like so sad that they didn't fucking pull the trigger. Darn is Hakan before Hakan. Hakan is just a reference to this character. However, their movesets are basically completely different. Yo, that hitbox. Geef's face, that's the one where he's popping the blood vessel. There's a jump in after a guard break. Darn has an SPD. He's got a lariat, but it's a different lariat from Geef. It's more like he swings his arm at you twice, and it's not a true block string, so if you cancel the first hit, it doesn't combo, or it does combo, but like it can be, you can interrupt the second hit with an excel. But you can cancel the first hit into on block, you can cancel it into an SPD super for dank memes. Force them, it's really unsafe. Force them to block the first spin and then SPD their block. Guard breaks galore. This Crackerjack smells. He missed the juggle. That like super only exists to launch, and then he missed the juggle. What else does Darn have? He's got an anti-air grab that works pretty much like Abel's. Sometimes people end combos with it, but usually they just end combos with his air throw because it does like as much damage with better Oki, I think. It might do less damage, but with more Oki. But it definitely has better Oki. His anti-air grab just straight up leaves the opponent full screen. Cancel into the super. You don't consume meter for super cancels, you do after the match ends. Just to SPD that on block and got lit up by the super delayed super cancel. Launcher super missed. Usually doesn't. Let's wake up command grab. No fear. Wake up parry. Or reversal parry at least. I feel like Mista has another special move I'm forgetting. The air grab is just, I think, either down hard punch or towards hard punch while midair, but I don't remember what it is. Grabs are one button in this game. Yeah, look at that setup. Indoor bridge is so good. Okay, he's going for the safe strat. Yeah, timed it. That's the anti-air grab. It's like Abel's. He's got a grab where he like jumps at you. He just did it right there, but I don't remember how it works. He probably could have killed with just any follow-up combo. Ken Masters! But 2 indoor bridges made it definitely kill. And then he did a frame kill to time his anti-air grab. That counter nullifies projectiles. Oh no, that disrespect. Yeah, Lariat couldn't hang. Lariat's not a great move. Was that a jump in cancel into Tatsu? And he got a full combo off of it. That apparently does marginally less damage than just letting the super play out. Someone corrected me on that. It does marginally less damage than letting the super play out, but it builds meteor. There was like another difference still. And it has better conversions. You can like go to Excel afterwards, for example. And I think it's just that it builds bar. The damage loss isn't too bad, but it is, you do technically lose damage to cancel into the 3-hit combo. Oh, and it tends to lose even if it tends to lose a hit of the Tatsu on a lot of characters. And it loses even more damage if it loses ahead of the Tatsu. We can maybe watch some more guys. Yes, look at that. That situation is actually really unseeable. If you jump to a classic. Ken's a good comeback character, I guess. I missed it. I was yawning. Was that the shadow roll? Does Ken have a shadow roll in this game? I don't remember. Yeah, there was. I saw some game recently where like someone had that. Was it Akuma in Second Impact or something? Was it a Second Impact character? I think it was someone in Second Impact. It might have been Ken in Second Impact. The Shoto roll is like the strangest move to remember that that move exists. Akuma has it in Alpha 3. I don't remember if he has it in other Alpha games. Sean still has it. It's removed from almost everyone who's ever had it. Dan kind of has it. I don't remember if he ever had it like fully. I think he did, right? In Alpha. But he has it as part of his super animation too. His taunt super. One of his taunt supers. Dan in Alpha 3 has 2 taunt supers. One of them is 1 bar. Or however much meter you want to use, rather. And it turns all his attacks into taunts, I think. And the other one is 3 bars, and it's just a huge series of taunts. I think Sean roll low profile is a little bit, or it's not true low profile, but it does have a reduced height hitbox. I mean, 3 of the CVS2 isms have roll, but I don't know if any of them had shadow roll. I missed it. Did Ken do something that was like a back throw? Ken like does a bunch of tumbles with his back throw. Oh, Ken got back thrown. I don't know. Goodness knows we're not going to go back and check. It's hard to get a mix-up once you're in Excel, so a lot of people just take some chip and get the pushback. Let me think of the worst fighting game I've ever played. 3D Balls on Super Nintendo was an extremely shitty fighting game. I feel like that's a candidate. Clay Fighter is extremely shitty. SPD punish. This match is over. Just 2 seconds. Can't put down the stick. Oh, classic. Surprise, Geef is in this game. I have not played Dinorex. I've never even heard of it. Alright, the actual worst fighting game is fucking Tattoo Assassins. Okay. I don't know why it took me so long to remember. I don't know. Tattoo Assassins is extremely shit. But at least it's got my curiosity, you know? At least it's like, I wonder what kind of fucking attacks they put into this game. 3D Balls doesn't even have my curiosity. There's like no redeeming quality. Grapplers in this game have slow movement but long limbs, which is how I feel grapplers should probably work. I feel like this is a defining game for Zangief, and I wish that we got this Zangief again. I like the way this Zangief works a lot. He's definitely not without grabs, and he still spams invincibility, and he's got really fast attacks. This is probably the closest we've ever gotten to Street Fighter 2 Zangief outside Street Fighter 2. Whip punish on the grab. I played an X-Men fighting game one time that wasn't the Capcom one. I forget what it was, but I remember it being really good. It was on a PlayStation demo disc. Someone can probably find it based on that information alone. Maybe it was. I don't remember what was the was it Children of the Atom? Was Children of the Atom a fighting game? Was there an X-Men fighting game before Capcom characters entered the mix? It might have been Capcom. It might have been Children of the Atom on the demo disc. I wish I had all the PlayStation demo discs. There's probably ROMs of all of them. Nice injury bridge to make it unsafe. I mean, to punish the punish. X-Men Next Dimension. Fighting game based off the movies. I should go and replay that. I remember liking it anyway. Mutant Academy 2. That could have been it. I mean, I guess X-Men makes a better fighting game than it makes a lot of other games. I don't know. Alright, I've seen some, I feel like you can do a lot of stuff with the Lego games. But, of all the Lego games, the one that I actually, okay, let's take a quick look at this. Like, legit, this might have been it. I don't remember. Legit, the X-Men game that was like Lego on what, PS3, PS4, PS4. That worked very much like I think a good X-Men game would work. I think a good X-Men game would give you a bunch of characters and you can like swap between them and they have to use their different powers. I would adore a Shaolin Monk style game with like X-Men playable characters in the Marvel Universe. Final Fantasy Tactics would also be good. Shaolin Monks was shitty execution of one of my favorite ideas. What are some other games that are like that? It's not enough that it's just a fucking 3D beat 'em up. I need like leveling up too, and like learning new moves, and 2-player co-op. What are some other games that do any of that shit? Well, obviously I want like a 3D beat 'em up. I can just play like some fucking God Hand or something like that. Successfully muted Mike for that sneeze. I've never played any X-Men games. This looks neat. Looks like a MK, visually. One of the PS2 MK games. Nice fucking combo. I wish fucking Ed Boon would just make a Shaolin Monks 2. I don't care about this anymore. It's been on the table for so fucking long. They've got a great excuse to do it now. They've got 2 great excuses, okay? I'm gonna spoil for you guys why Shaolin Monks 2 would be spectacular. 1, there's a universe reset, so we can just make Shaolin Monks again, but in the new universe. So like everything that changed based on like all the facets of the new universe that changed. 2, if we don't want to do just Liu Kang and Kung Lao in a new setting, like fucking with a lot of shit different, we can use one of the we can use the fucking the dweebs. We can use Team Cassie Cage. You get an excellent Shaolin Monks style game out of those 4. Takeda, Cassie, Jackie, and Kung Jin would be extremely solid candidates for a Shaolin Monk style game. I have one very important question. When will we have Mickey Mouse as a guest character in Marvel vs. Capcom, and Bugs Bunny as a guest character in Injustice? I want playable Mickey Mouse and playable Bugs Bunny. Nice, that Kara. Nasty. Youth grabs already have good range. This has a really good Lariat in this game. I feel like the Lariat does everything it's supposed to do without fucking being really stupid one way or another way. Lariat's mad unsafe on block. It's fast enough that you can whiff it pretty easily. And it's got a lot of invincibility. So you can use it to maneuver, which is what it's for. It's very Street Fighter 2-ish style use. And you can use it to make Zangief very terrifying up close as a mix-up with his SPD, since it does like cover both sides of his head and all that. Catches any sort of jump. Every part of D-Dark is extremely edgy, including his Excel pose where he fucking, I don't know, zams. Yo, I like Donald Duck, but Daffy free. In a fight, and also which character is cooler. Daffy is perfect. Daffy is one of my favorite characters in any fucking media. The Dark is really good at stalling. Highly defensive character, but a very interesting highly defensive character. Donald was never actually a Nazi. He only dreamed of being a Nazi. Nice. He didn't want to get SPD'd, so after he saw that he wasn't getting bit. Whoa, at level 3. Danger. That was a hard read. You don't need to read like that. Donald, technically speaking, is in the armed forces. Okay? Donald is a sailor. This is occasionally referenced, but not very often. Donald is literally in the US Navy, yes. No, Donald's still good. Remember when Goofy got his dick wet and Donald and Mickey can't? Or don't, I should say. Since they appear to be stable. I don't know about Donald and stable. It's like the opposite. But they got on again, off agains. But Goofy's got a fucking kid. Where's Mickey's kid, damn it? Is that them having a piano war? It better be. Let's super cancel. When's best stream Roger Rabbit? That's a good movie. I didn't see that movie till I was already an adult. Caught me off guard though. I was expecting to like it and it still caught me off guard. Because it hit me in it had me liking it in ways I wasn't anticipating. You can see that towards Fierce is super combo friendly. Is that Extremely? I watched Extremely, but I forget how it all plays out. It's like Goofy going back to college while Max is at college the first time or something. They seem to indicate that Goofy's a fucking widower or whatever you call it. But I feel like he just fucking failed to strap his shit. I think Goofy literally doesn't even know what a condom is. And then in order to keep it under wraps, they just pretend the mom died. Jessica actually had... Oh, it failed. That was weird. Jessica Rabbit actually had some dank lines. I'm not bad, I'm just drawn that way. That's pretty funny. That's a funny line. Geef Stomp Super is an excuse for Geef to have a super that isn't just a grab, because that's his only non-grab super. Also, it links to itself. You can do you can cancel it early and then link a stay medium kick, and then you can cancel that stay medium kick to another Stomp Super. And that's because you can't... Geef can't do super into super style cancels because all supers are grabs, except that one. So they needed to make a way that he could do that super repeatedly in order for him to be able to do like super combos. I feel like there's another game still where he has that super, but he does have it in Omega SF4. It might be one of the Marvel games, but I can't picture it in any Marvel game. In one of the Marvel games, he has a lariat. They go straight up into the air. I remember several actually. Being able to fish like that is really good. No, there's only one super per character in ST. And each super in ST is 720. What was Jessica Rabbit's line about Roger? It was like, I like him, he makes me laugh. It was something like that. Explaining why she fucking settled down with him. There's something so cute about that line. Jessica Rabbit was just looking for a man who fucking was funny. I feel like he's had it in another game, but I can't picture it. Ryu's Tatsu is so strange in this game. Pocket Fighter. Dropped. It's weird to think just how many Street Fighter games there are. Counter excel is very common, because often when you excel you immediately commit to something. Counter excel keeps you safe, and also potentially gives you a punish if the opponent did commit. The opponent can't counter excel your counter excel because they're already in excel. No. Well, no. Well, no. Dance Tatsu looks the way it does because it's not based on a it's a jab at SNK. It's based on Ryu's Tatsu. But they were experimenting with Ryu's and Ken's Tatsu since EX1, and Ken got the traditional Tatsu back in this game, but Ryu keeps the experimental one. What even is Super Jump Fighter on? It's on arcades, right? But like what console? Yeah, Dan is half Ryo, half Robert. But his moves are kind of deliberately made to, you know, be functionally Street Fighter style moves. All those low strongs. PS1. Dan is Robert's face on Ryo's body. With Ryo's alternate color scheme. I've almost bought the PS2 Alpha Anthology like 5 times, but I never pulled the trigger. That was back when PS2 was still in GameStop. Those were the days. It's a matter of time until Wii games are no longer in GameStop. Or like DS games. Super cool combo there. You gotta delay the Tatsu hits. You gotta use hard Tatsu and delay the hits in order to have Ryu land after the third Tatsu. It's a 4-hit Tatsu. No, Robert Garcia has Dan's exact face. I have no idea who Robert Garcia is based on. Could be Steven Seagal, I suppose. I see it just a little bit. I got a GBA player. Right before they stopped selling GameCube games, I got a GBA player from GameStop for 10 bucks. Vega. Balrog. Oh lord. I have one. Disc Plus add-on. If you want to buy it from me, I want to sell it. I've got like a long list of games that I've been meaning to sell for a long fucking time, but I stopped listing them on eBay. But like, okay. So I made an account on eBay, and I listed like 5 games. I was like, I'm gonna list every single game. And I listed 5 games, and then it was just like, you can only list 5 at a time. And I was like, oh. You say Mario Cross XCOM. If I'd only known to stock up on GameCube controllers when they were just being made. If I'd only known how much people would want GameCube controllers down the line. I'd have been a scalper for GameCube controllers. He missed the air throw. There's an air throw under there that I actually would have killed. Biggest roll in this game is bonkers. That's the air throw. Anyway, it's like, it's been so long. It's been over 5 years since I tried to sell all my shit. I've got like a huge list of games. That was a frame kill, like, ended with the AFO. I'll probably play Mario and Rabbids eventually. Imagine being told you get to make a Mario game and then finding out that it's a Mario Cross Rabbids game. I don't mind the Rabbids, but they're literally minions. Excel to punish the Rolling Crystal Flash. You guys want to see the most confusing chronology of video games ever? Look at the Crazy Castle series. Angry Video Game Nerd did a series on those, but he didn't even fully cover just how stupid it is. Like, time out really fast because I'm gonna read them aloud because it's actually mind-boggling. Alright, the games in the Crazy Castle series are in Japanese. Some of them had some changes in the US version. Roger Rabbit Crazy Castle, Mickey Mouse Crazy Castle, Mickey Mouse 2, Mickey Mouse 3, Mickey Mouse 4, Mickey Mouse 5, Bugs Bunny 3, even though it's his first one, Bugs Bunny 4, and Woody Woodpecker 5. Like, what? And then the US titles are The Bugs Bunny Crazy Castle, The Bugs Bunny Crazy Castle 2, Kid Clown in Nightmare World, The Real Ghostbusters, Mickey Mouse Magic Wands, Bugs Bunny Crazy Castle 3, Bugs Bunny Crazy Castle 4, Woody Woodpecker and Crazy Castle 5, and then Crazy Castle. And the fucking Mickey... This game, okay, this one particular game, Game Boy game in 1993. Japanese version is Mickey Mouse 4, The Magical Labyrinth. American name is The Real Ghostbusters. PAL European name is Garfield Labyrinth. Like, what? It's just it's a little like castle explory kind of like key collecty kind of game, and every single one like basically relied on being licensed to be sold, and the licenses changed based on what they could get in each region, and also like over the course of the series. Like what actually is going on with the Crazy Castle series? I love even that it's just like Bugs 1, Bugs 2, Bugs 3, Bugs 4, Woody Woodpecker 5. It's like, well, where'd you come from? Woody Woodpecker and Crazy Castle 5. This is so weird. It's like fucking here's you know, what if Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite? What if it was just like fucking Kellogg's vs. Capcom 5 or 4 rather? It keeps the same name but completely changes the fucking crossover. What if Injustice 2 was just a fucking crossover with Harvey Comics and we had like Wendy the Good Little Witch and Casper? Fucking Richie Rich instead of DC. I still call it Injustice 2. I would unironically play Kellogg's vs. Capcom. I'd probably play another ROM game based on Harvey Comics, to be honest. That would be some shit. I like juggles like that. Dead. Bar well spent, to be honest. I can't think of any Harvey Comics that aren't just in those universes. Wendy and Casper and Richie Rich. Like Richie Rich has a lot of characters. What's her face? Made it money. Becky Jokers. What else? There were like little X characters. Like fucking little Audrey or something. Little Dot. I forget who all they were. There were like a lot of characters who were very similar. Who had that style of like name. Nice. You get a Juggle here. Missed it. Never ever watch Chun-Li complete a combo. That was kind of cool, but I don't know. Snagglepuss? What about him? I've seen some cartoons that Snagglepuss were in. They were good, I guess. He's like one of them off-brand Hanna-Barbera characters. Popeye with V-Trigger spinach. Name a single character who can beat Popeye. Name a single character in any body of work who can beat post-spinach Popeye. Popeye once punched a man into to the moon, and in the process destroyed the moon. Popeye once punched a bull so hard it turned into a meat shop selling pieces of meat that weren't even from bulls. Giorno. Gold Experience Requiem. One Punch Man I will tentatively take. One Punch Man basically exists to end all arguments like that. Popeye once pulled the fucking Grand Canyon closed. One of my personal favorites of his achievements. Popeye has the power of cartoon physics and comedy. If something's funny, Popeye can do it. Bugs Bunny is definitely the kind of guy who could get Popeye to punch himself in the head. But I don't know if that would kill Popeye. Post-finish Popeye head punch. Self-head punch. Popeye once died and they stuffed fucking spinach into his mouth. Or I should say I think like Gravity stuffed spinach into his mouth. Popeye once died and spinach made its way back into his mouth and his soul returned into his body and he came back to life. Popeye literally died and came back to life by eating spinach. Towards light kick or whatever it is, towards medium kick. Very friendly for Excel combos. However, remember, if you do the same normal repeatedly in your Excel combo, you get a big damage cut. Donald Duck would not win against Popeye only because it's funny when Donald Duck gets frustrated. I mean Daffy Duck, what the fuck? It is funny when Donald Duck gets frustrated, but that was a coincidence because I was picturing Daffy. Daffy desperately resisting something in vain is extremely hilarious. These shitty ass cartoons from the fucking early wherever they came out, fucking 40s or some shit. Legit made one of the strongest characters in all media. That's just hilarious to me. Yeah, it'd be free if it was like a Street Fighter character. There's no Street Fighter character who can fight Popeye. There's no character in almost any fighting game who can fight Popeye. I take Popeye over Dante 10 out of 10, to be honest. Yes, Olive Oil could beat Popeye. I'm not sure I would call Popeye a gentleman, but he wouldn't hit a woman. He's like the opposite of a gentleman, really. But he is chivalrous. Yeah, a baby too. A baby would also beat Popeye. If he doesn't have spinach, anyone could beat Popeye. Popeye's a clown when he doesn't have spinach. Popeye without spinach is still strong, but he's always beaten. Because something needs to happen in order to force him to eat spinach. Dude, Olive Oil is kind of a whore. You guys notice that? I mean, sometimes it's like Bluto kidnapped her, but most of the time it's just like, she sees Bluto and she's like, wait a second, why am I still with fucking Popeye? See big punish. XL? Yeah, here we go. That's Bison's combo to throw. A lot of damage. I love the fucking anime fights that people come up with. In a recent stream I mentioned cutscene Dante versus Gameplay Sora. That one's perfect because Dante is notably stronger in cutscenes than he is in gameplay. And Sora's notably stronger in gameplay than he is in cutscenes. But both of them have really bullshit powers. It feels off the bat like Dante would probably win free, but the more you think about it, the more it's like, you know, there's a fight here. Sora can mash triangle to get out of a lot of different attacks, and he's got invincibility spam on a lot of his stuff. Dodge rolls. Fucking can only be hit to 1 HP without being killed. Guaranteed a cure after getting hit to 1 HP. Use items. Parry anything. Gameplay Sora is really busted. Reflect attacks with arrow. You got time stop. Dante's got time stop too. Cutscene Dante has like total control over all physics. You got guns. I super cancel would have killed there. I understand why he's saving it, but this will kill. Go break. Throw. Play slide. Yep. Or see some of the other ones. Ice Hulk versus Hulk's weight and bees. Oh yeah, Superman versus Goku. I played the first like 50% of Asura's Wrath and then never ever played it again. I did like 50% in one sitting and then never ever touched it. I guess that is Dracula's castle. How strange that it's there. Yeah, Hulk versus the Hulk's weight and bees. So the thing about the Hulk is the madder he gets, the more massive he gets. So the madder he gets, the more bees he is to fight. He gets heavier. He gets more massive. You can get more massive without getting bigger. The thing about Hulk is that he doesn't have any hard rolls. But like the Juggernaut actually does have a hard roll. Granted, the hard roll is only as strong as a god, but you know, a god is pretty strong. But the Hulk can occasionally overpower gods, so I'm not gonna say it's out of the question. But you know, you can't stop the Juggernaut. You can't. That's just it. The only way you can stop the Juggernaut is fucking if you are literally stronger than fucking Satorak or whatever his name is. It's just a flat out. You cannot alter the Juggernaut's momentum. Only he can alter his own momentum. If he's fucking moving, you can't get in the way of him and slow him down. He will move just as fast into you. And then continue moving just as fast while pushing you. You'd be lucky to steer Juggernaut, but you're not going to stop him. Not even if you're the Hulk and you're really mad. I like puzzle games. That fucking like giant fight with every powerful character and every body of work, and then like 2 trillion lions or whatever it was. Yeah, Grey Hulk is only marginally weaker than Green Hulk. Well, more than marginally, but you know, Grey Hulk is still one of the strongest beings in the universe, and he has the full conscience of Bruce Banner, conscious. Who is, I think, top 7 smartest humans. You can see that, Cake Super. He can't get as angry in that state. He needs to Hulk out to get truly mad, and he needs to get truly mad to get truly strong. He needs to submit to his wild side. I was musing with my friend today in the car that the Incredible Hulk, while a good movie, should have been a tragedy. The Hulk is a tragic character. I was complaining that a lot of the characters, they got tonally a lot of the characters right in the Injustice movies. I mean, Injustice, what the fuck, in the Marvel movies. But, I don't know. He was complaining that they've been shifting too much too. That was nice. I think this is safe though. Nice. Good punish. He said he's of the opinion, which I agree with, I guess, that they've been shifting to just making Guardians of the Galaxy over and over. Like tonally. Every Marvel movie is now just Guardians of the Galaxy. Like a borderline comedy. Characterization but humor. Civil War was just a little bit Guardians, although it had very serious moments. Guardians 2 was extremely Guardians. I feel like there's another one still. Avengers 2 was pretty Guardians. Anyway, what I was gonna say was, Bruce Banner's character is supposed to be extremely sad. It's supposed to be extremely tragic. I feel that wasn't adequately conveyed in The Incredible Hulk, and only slightly conveyed in Hulk, which was otherwise a shitty movie. My YouTube link from Split. I'll watch this later. X-Men First Class is I don't care enough about most of the characters. I'm just there for Magneto and fucking Professor X. What's a shame is I actually really like Emma Frost, but I didn't like her in that movie. She didn't have enough time to get characterized, and they didn't really try to characterize her. Does that work? He's trying to get some kind of chip out? I don't know. I've never seen that. He did it so confidently. That requires tricky charging too. He was definitely going for it. X2 is my favorite X-Men movie. Then probably Days of Future Past, and then probably First Class. And then probably the Wolverine, I guess. Logan wasn't super high for me. Logan was just fine. I was kind of surprised that it did really well when the other, like, Wolverine movies didn't. There's nothing wrong with Logan. It sure appears to be a guy who hanged himself. Don't ask me why it's there. The stage is extremely strange, if you look at any part of it. X2 is good as fuck. Maybe you haven't seen it in a while. Every part of X2 is perfect. You got nothing but good shit the whole movie. Which Magneto scene? You got a lot of good scenes in X2. It's the scene of Magneto escaping, which is pretty good. And then you got the scene of Magneto fucking stopping the playing with his fucking hand. You got a bunch of really good Mystique scenes in that movie. Her transforming into people and shit. Mystique has like been weirdly elaborately characterized in all the movies. For some reason they just cared a lot about Mystique in every movie. X1 is great, but it doesn't introduce that many characters. It's mostly just the adventures of Wolverine. And X3 is bad, so I'm just gonna say X2 on this one. Nice. That often misses the last hit, to be honest. Brady's a bit defensive, but D-Dark is like pure defense. But there's definitely some similarities going on. Wasn't that line actually in X3? Juggernaut should have been done better. Fucking all the fucking villainous league. Actually, no, the whatever. I don't even remember their names. Brotherhood of Mutants. They're kind of a stupid idea, honestly. Maybe I'm glad they didn't make it. They had like Toad and fucking Sabretooth in the first movie. X2 had a lot of shit, dude. You had all the mutants doing stuff. There's the scene of the fucking mansion being infiltrated is excellent. There's the scene of Nightcrawler trying to kill the president, which is excellent. Fucking every scene in the Venture, in the Alaskan compound is excellent. X2 is just a series of really good scenes. Also, Jean died. Jean's like my least favorite character. Damn, that low profile though. And she died, and her death was actually cool. It was actually a fucking a death that was necessary, and it was dramatic and shit. Talking through psychics, that was kind of neat. Jane! It had that scene with the police cars. Remember that shit? Fucking pyro. Bobby Drake. God, X2 is a good movie. Stupid, it was tight. I don't fully understand why she couldn't have just parted the water from inside the cockpit. Cyclops died in X3, and yes, it was stupid. It made no sense and had no relevance to the plot. It could have not been in the movie, and the movie would have been just as good. In fact, it would have been better. All the movies have handled Cyclops wrong. We haven't been seeing enough Cyclops gymnastics. Cyclops is fit as fuck. He's like Olympic level fucking gymnast. And also, he's very, he's cool and stoic. Cyclops is like lawful good, you know? He's like a fucking slightly lesser Cap. Yeah, Sagat's not played that much in this game. Can't explain it. Cyclops is prone to errors. He's definitely, like, his morality's solid. But he's definitely not like, you know... Cyclops is easily manipulated, particularly by his dick. He's made some extremely poor decisions based on Phoenix, and he's made some extremely poor decisions based on Emma Frost. And that wouldn't even be a bad character to reveal. I didn't realize there were so many people who were like, Sagat is Street Fighter. If Sagat didn't make it into a game, I wouldn't even be fussed because Ryu is like not too far away to be 100% real. Tiger. And then I was all like, Tiger, Tiger. It's the last I ever heard of that guy. Yeah, visually he's not super cool either. I like him. Most people don't really seem to like spam-based characters. And Sagat is very special move based. He's like Ryu with worse everything else and better special moves. Sagat has a decent number of people who made him, I think. Could confirm. Tiger Genocide. We know that super. Tiger Blow and Tiger Crush. It's kind of violent, isn't it? Tiger Crush. Looks like he's crushing a tiger. Tiger Genocide is also kind of violent. Looks like he's killing all the tigers. Dude, as soon as they add Tiger Knee, imagine the bitching people are gonna do about turn stealing. Like, think about how mad people got at Gao with the fucking spaced knee. Sagat, it's gonna be that times 5. Straight up. People will be fucking extremely butthurt. They cancel on the recovery. They're not gonna take away one of Sagat's special moves. Straight up. He only has 4. And 2 of them are the fucking almost the same thing. That'd probably make it unsafe at any range. But they will never take it away. I don't even think they'll ever lock it behind B-trigger. Sagat doesn't have like the fucking... He doesn't have enough that they can just take away something like that. I wouldn't be surprised if they added a Sagat special move, to be 100% honest. Who have they even butchered? The only character I can even think they butchered is Season 2 Ryu. Gao's not even most intact, he's like more. B-Skill like glued a lot of Gao together. Not to say. Extra means the character is random selected, I think. Starting to yawn a lot. Almost time. I'll watch this match and then I'm done. Yeah, Tiger Knee will just be Miku Crouch Hard Punch. I don't remember any Volume 2 stuff being wacky. All Volume 2 stuff I remember being really borderline B&B. Although some of it's kind of hard. She's weird, not to say. She's got Rekkas, but they don't combo. The higher the strength you pick, the further they go. But if you're picking anything other than light, I think you can mix and match. Those are the Rekkas. I think you can mix and match, so you can go to light after the first one, I think. But even just like the first Rekka as a poke is really good. Also, she's got a Raging Demon that's like a hit, like Morgan. She's also got a command grab that does no damage. Yun style, you can combo out of it. She's got a really cool loop involving that super, which maybe we'll see. Nanase's loop is so cool, I want to see it. I don't even think it's that hard to set up. I think you can set it up from any Rekka. Shouldn't even touch this character if you don't know that loop. He had full meter, so spending a bar in the first nanosecond to try and get the first hit is not a bad play. He's already back up to full bar. Here we go. No, he didn't do it. You can do the air super there. I gotta miss this on YouTube. What is it? Ken 10 is a pain in the ass. I didn't have trouble with almost any Season 2 trial, to be honest. But I already had the muscle memory for every character because I made all the B&Bs. And in the process of making all the B&Bs, I had to test every viable looking combo for every character. Which I did. Yeah, I don't suck. I've got 10 years of experience under my belt, and Street Fighter V is a very easy game because I learned on things that were harder, such as 3 and 4. Just yeah, command grab, that's a hit. He definitely could have super cancelled, and it was 100% the play. See, that's the super he should have done. He deserves to lose this. I hope he does. Nice. When you throw the stick, you can call it back. But not style. Alright, who is it? I kind of want to see a little bit of Garda. Alright. Last one for real. Garda's cool. Garda is like, I think he's hyper super duper omega top tier in EX3. I think he like literally breaks the game with how top tier he is. Yeah, if you like have good execution and understand how to do it properly, there's only like 2 trials in all the trials in the whole game that are even remotely hard. One of them's a Ryu trial. Ryu has a really jank trial that requires a micro walk that's really awful. Nice. Garda uses Excel combo super well. If you're not that good at charge partitioning, characters like Guile and Chun-Li become really hard. I mean, charge buffering. No, one of Ryu's Volume 1 trials is hard. I don't remember any Zangief one that was specific with the spacing. What was it? No, none of Zangief's trials had like specific spacing. I can't think of one. What was it? Are you talking about towards Fierce Low Strong Super? You're supposed to cancel the Low Strong, you're not supposed to link it. Four. In that case I'm completely off. Oh, it's probably just like towards medium kick into stand line kick into lariat. That's not that hard to do. It's not too hard to space. Geef's towards medium kick only needs to hit on the second frame in order to be +5. I think. No. Needs to hit on the third frame in order to be +5. Still, whiffing the first 2 frames of like a fucking 6-frame active move is not that bad. I don't remember how many active frames that shit has, but it's a lot. Nice. Garda can hold the buttons on his attacks to give them more hits. I'm in an SF5. I guess I'm gonna say Akuma. I'm probably about equally good with Akuma and Ibuki. And I've got a Minot that's okay too. And a Guile that's okay. Akuma I've got the most experience with. I would tentatively call him my best character. can charge this super in Juggle, so you can actually get the full charge very easily. I think they'd probably sell less rather than more if they give you training mode with the new characters. What they should do, I feel, is give you the character for free for like a week. And maybe cycle which characters are unlocked every week. So there's always one character unlocked, but it's not necessarily, you know, someone you want to play. Yeah, Zeku does seem frustrating. Young Zeku seems to be frustrating in his lack of general, like, defensive options. And old Zeku seems to be frustrating in terms of the risks you have to take in order for the rewards you get. I bought all the Season 1 characters manually. I bought the Season Pass for Season 2. Abigail's fun. His normals aren't really combo friendly, but you don't really need to use them like that. Doing hard story mode basically gives you almost enough for one character. It gives you like 80,000. I use the survival mode mod, so I have no idea. I had all my Capcom gobbled up all my fight money. How have I watched most of this match? So I have no idea how much I would have if Capcom didn't reduce it to 0 at some point. But now it's above 100,000 again. Yeah, the survival mode mod lets you beat survival mode in one round. The weekly trials are very fucking slow. If that's your only income. They don't take long to do, but just, you know, they don't show up very often. The survival mode mod didn't initially. Capcom patched it and took your money after the patch, so you got rid of it before then. Also, there were 2 survival mode mods and one of them didn't get patched out. One of them gave you infinite health, but you still had to do everything, and the other one gave you, you only had to do 1 round. And you can still use them while you're offline. I think. Don't quote me. I kind of want to do it with Jury because I never unlocked Jury's colors and she's like the only character I don't have the colors for. In the whole game. Characters released after Jury, like, you already have their colors. Or they just give you all of them with the season pass. And characters released before Jury, I actually did all the survival stuff. The thing about survival that's so confusing is that survival was in vanilla Street Fighter 4, and there was content locked behind it, and people hated that. So it's kind of weird that Capcom just goes and makes the same mistake again, especially considering survival was the substitute for arcade mode. Survival's not that bad, but I just hate that, like, I don't know. It's very frustrating only having a couple colors. I feel like they should have had a lot of colors and then made very stupid colors locked behind survival mode. Like you can have a fucking all silver Ryu or something like that. If you beat like fucking medium arcade or medium survival mode. For what it's worth, the common Street Fighter V is actually quite good. It doesn't read your inputs very much. It reacts to them. It has like a little buffer that it won't read until it's seen something for long enough. And they also do like player-like combos. You didn't used to be able to buy colors for characters. That's a new thing they did just recently. Nice. How about that EA, huh? Akuma is just Ryu but good, to be honest. Flat out. Akuma is Ryu but functional. And I don't just mean that in like he's Ryu but top tier, although that's probably true. I mean that more in the way of he's Ryu but actually has shit to do. He's Ryu but all his tools work together and make sense. He's Ryu, but you get to think. Alright, I'm actually going to bed now. I watched this too long. I mean, I would agree. If you like Ryu, Akuma's the way to go. Akuma's, in my opinion, Akuma's like the best designed character in the whole game. Possible exception, Guile or Ibuki. Those are the three characters with extremely good design. They're also coincidentally extremely strong. Okay, it's not a coincidence.